Today's Daily Dose of Math is a review of the calculator use in the Math P024 course that I teach. It has become clear to me that some of the students are having a problem with the calculator when they're in the exam room, and I figured out why. A lot of the students are using their phone for a calculator and do that so much that they're not necessarily even familiar with a regular calculator like this Scientific Sharp. What's more, students might have a different model of calculator, and then when they go into the exam room, they're not allowed to use their own. They have to use this one, which is our exam room calculator. So the students have to get to know where the buttons are to do the operations that are necessary for the course. I have a few little problems here which show all the operations that are necessary for Math P024. Let's do them using this calculator so that we can be sure of where the buttons are. The first one is just addition. We have 1600 plus 250 plus 75. We hit equals and we have our answer. Of course, we could also, I'm clearing it now, we could do 1600 plus 250, get our answer, but then add 75 to the answer. Either of these methods is just as good. They both give the same answer. Now subtraction. 2025 minus 304 equals. We have our answer. Multiplication. 12.75 times 15. We have our answer. Now division. 41.4 divided by 16 gives us an answer that's a bit long. We can write the answer down, 2.5875. But when the decimals get long in our calculator, we also can round our answer. If I round this to the nearest hundredth, it's going to be 2.59. Because we work with the area of a square formula and the area of a circle formula, we have to be able to use the x squared key. This next question is 5 squared. I enter 5 and I just have to hit x squared equals and I get my answer. Of course, 5 squared means 5 times 5, so I could do it like this instead if I want. Finding a square root though, we really want to use our square root key. It's right here. I press the square root key and then I enter 36 and I hit equals. I get my answer. Finally, we have to be able to use our pi key. I'm pointing at it here. Pi is a value that is a decimal that goes on forever, and we usually use a rounded off version of it. We can use 3.14 for pi. So if I do that, I'm doing 2 times 3.14 equals, and I get a correct answer. But I can use the pi button instead, and I'm doing 2 times pi equals. And what I get is a more exact answer, because the calculator uses the real version of pi that goes on forever. So another correct answer is 6.283. Well, we have to round again. Let's round this one to the nearest thousandth, and it's 6.283. These are all the buttons that you need to know how to find on the calculator and use for the Math P024 course. If you don't have a calculator, or if you don't have this specific calculator, the good news is all of the teachers who teach math in our school have this calculator in their classroom. So when you're in the classroom, you can borrow the teacher's calculator and play around with it so that you're sure where all the buttons are. That way it won't slow you down in the exam room. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please like, subscribe, and share.